Education is rebellion. It is not just about memorizing facts, passing exams, or earning degrees. It is an act of defiance against the chains of ignorance, oppression, and conformity. It is a declaration that you will not be shackled by the limits placed upon you by society, by expectations, or by your own doubts. The moment you pick up a book with the intent to truly understand, to question, to challenge, you are engaging in an act of revolution. You are choosing to rise above mediocrity, to refuse the passive acceptance of whatever is handed to you. Discipline over distraction. The world is filled with noise, a constant pull in every direction, tempting you to lose focus, to put things off, to believe that there is always more time. But there is no success without discipline, no mastery without sacrifice. Those who achieve greatness do not do so because they have more talent, more resources, or more advantages. They do so because they have mastered the art of self-control. They have learned to silence the unnecessary, to turn away from what is fleeting, and to give themselves fully to the work that matters. Distraction is everywhere. It disguises itself as entertainment, as relaxation, as social obligations, as fleeting pleasures that promise fulfillment but leave you empty. It whispers that you can do it later, that a few minutes lost won't make a difference. But minutes turn into hours, hours into days, and before you realize it, the opportunity to become something more has slipped through your fingers. Focus is not something that comes naturally. It is something that is trained, built, and strengthened over time. It requires a conscious decision, moment by moment, to choose what is important over what is easy. There will always be an excuse, a reason to postpone, a justification to indulge in temporary comfort. But discipline is choosing long-term growth over short-term gratification. It is the ability to sit down, to block out the noise, to commit to your studies even when motivation fades. Motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes like the wind, but discipline remains. It is the foundation that holds everything together when inspiration runs dry. It is the force that separates those who dream from those who achieve. The greatest minds did not become great by accident. They did not wait until they felt like working. They showed up every day, even when they were tired, even when the world around them was pulling them in 100 directions. They understood that focus is a skill, that it must be protected, that it must be prioritized. To truly master your studies, you must create an environment where focus thrives. You must set boundaries, remove distractions, and commit yourself fully to the process. Not for a day, not for a week, but as a way of life. Knowledge is a weapon. It is the most powerful force a person can possess, the one thing that cannot be taken, stolen, or destroyed once it is truly understood. In every society, in every era, those who hold knowledge hold power. The ability to think critically, to analyze, to question, and to understand is what separates leaders from followers, the strong from the weak, the free from the controlled. Those who do not seek knowledge remain at the mercy of those who do. Books are more than just pages filled with words. They are tools, they are shields, they are swords. They sharpen the mind, they cut through deception, they protect against manipulation. A person who is educated, who is truly informed, cannot be easily swayed by lies, cannot be controlled by fear, cannot be deceived by those who seek to keep them ignorant. That is why knowledge has always been feared by those in power. That is why those who challenge the system, those who dare to think for themselves, are often met with resistance, because an independent mind is dangerous to those who benefit from blind obedience. To arm yourself with knowledge is to prepare for every battle you will face in life. Whether it is the challenge of passing an exam, the struggle of proving yourself in a competitive world, or the fight to carve out your own path, knowledge is what will give you the strength to stand tall. It is not enough to memorize facts, to recite information, to collect degrees like trophies. True knowledge is about understanding, about application, about seeing beyond the surface. It is about questioning everything, about refusing to accept things as they are simply because that is how they have always been. There will be times when studying feels like a burden, when the weight of books and the endless hours of learning feel overwhelming. But every moment spent gaining knowledge is a moment spent sharpening your weapon. Every new concept mastered, every skill developed, every lesson learned is another step toward becoming unstoppable. The greatest revolutions, the most powerful movements, the most transformative changes in history did not come from physical strength alone. They came from minds that refused to remain in darkness, from individuals who understood that knowledge is not just power, it is freedom. Master your mindset. Everything begins in the mind. Success, failure, discipline, distraction, all of it is shaped by the way you think, by the beliefs you hold, by the way you interpret challenges and setbacks. Focus is not about having perfect conditions, a quiet space, or an ideal schedule. It is about training your mind to be unwavering in its pursuit of excellence. The mind, when left unchecked, will wander, it will seek comfort, it will resist effort. But when you take control, when you decide that nothing will shake your commitment to your studies, you become unstoppable. Most people lose focus not because they lack intelligence, not because they lack resources, but because they have not learned how to master their thoughts. Doubt creeps in, procrastination takes over, excuses multiply. They tell themselves they are not good enough, that the task is too hard, that they will never catch up. But these are illusions, mental barriers created by fear, by insecurity, by past failures. The mind believes what it is told repeatedly. If you tell yourself you are disciplined, that you are capable, that you are focused, your actions will begin to align with that belief. Training your mind requires awareness. You must be conscious of the thoughts that try to pull you away from your goals. Every time you sit down to study, there will be distractions, temptations, reasons to stop. But you must develop the ability to override those impulses, to remind yourself why you started. There is no shortcut to mastery, no easy way to success. It is a mental war, and only those who have trained their minds to endure discomfort, to push through fatigue, to reject the urge to quit, will reach the highest levels of achievement. Discipline is not something that some people are born with while others are not. It is built day by day, decision by decision. The greatest minds, the most accomplished individuals, have learned how to control their focus, how to redirect their energy toward what matters. They do not allow negativity, fear, or momentary setbacks to dictate their actions. They have mastered the ability to keep going, no matter what stands in their way. To stay focused and crush your studies, you must become one of them. You must take command of your thoughts, shape them into weapons of persistence, and refuse to be controlled by anything that seeks to hold you back. Consistency is everything. Success is not built in a single moment of inspiration, nor is mastery achieved through occasional effort. It is the product of small, disciplined actions repeated day after day. Even when motivation fades, even when progress feels slow, even when the results are not immediately visible. Those who rise to the top do not rely on fleeting bursts of energy. They rely on their ability to show up, to do the work, to commit fully regardless of how they feel. Most people start with enthusiasm. They make plans, set goals, and dive in with excitement. But when the work becomes repetitive, when the challenges begin to test their patience, when results do not come as quickly as they hope, they stop. They tell themselves they will start again tomorrow, next week, or when they feel more motivated. But time does not wait. The ones who truly succeed are those who push through the moments when quitting feels easiest. They understand that consistency is not about perfection, it is about persistence. It is about doing the work even when they don't feel like it, even when distractions tempt them, even when they are tired. The human mind craves instant gratification. It wants to see results immediately, to feel rewarded for effort in the shortest time possible. But real progress does not work that way. The strongest minds, the most disciplined students, know that every session of focused study, every hour spent mastering a subject is an investment. They know that just because they do not see results today does not mean progress is not happening. The mind, like a muscle, grows with repetition. Every moment of study strengthens it. Every problem solved sharpens it. Every struggle endured builds it. The secret to achieving great things lies in the ability to keep going when no one is watching, when there is no external reward, when the work feels endless. Small actions, repeated consistently, compound into extraordinary results. The ones who win in academics, in careers, in life, are not the ones who occasionally put in effort, they are the ones who never stop. They have built habits that make success inevitable. They have trained themselves to move forward step by step, no matter how small the progress feels. Because they know that in the end, it is not the intensity of effort that matters most, but the unwavering commitment to keep showing up. Your success is in your hands. No one else can do the work for you. No one else can give you focus, discipline, or the mindset you need to win. The difference between those who achieve and those who fall behind is not talent, luck, or circumstances. It is the choices they make every single day. Will you let distractions control you, or will you take command of your time? Will you let doubt and fear hold you back, or will you push forward with relentless determination? The path to excellence is not easy, but it is simple. Stay focused. Master your mind. Arm yourself with knowledge. Be disciplined in the face of distractions. Show up consistently, no matter what. If you do these things, there is no limit to what you can achieve. Because success is not for the chosen few, it is for those who choose it. Now, the choice is yours.